What? I don't even know what in the hell. What? Yo, what in the hell? 26 and 46. I'll be honest, anytime I see a record like that, it kind of tells me that this player just does not quit out of matches often. Because, I mean, everybody already knows that you can just quit out of matches and not take losses. And a player that's kind of allowing himself to, especially because he has like 26 wins, right? He's got 26 wins. It tells me that he's probably losing. I mean, a vast majority of players you run into in this game are going to be swinging power anyways, right? I'm just trying to deduce the kind of player I'm about to face right now. He's picked Tyson Fury. So I'm not going to give him too much credit right off the bat. I think he's still going to try to swing power at me. Then again, with this new update that happened, I'm noticing a lot more players are actually trying to box, which, you know, I guess that's a good thing. Although a lot of you guys are not happy with this update. You're not happy. I'm going on the Undisputed Reddit. I'm seeing people complaining about it. In my YouTube comment section, I'm seeing people complaining about it. And pretty much the main complaint is that they went overboard. They went too far with the stamina. And I can see exactly what you guys are saying. I can see why. But here, let's try to box right here. Let's try to box a little bit. All right, he starts things off with a jab. Let me see. Using his jab. I'm going to use my own jab to the body. Okay. Looks like we might... Oh, jab to the head, jab to the body. That boy's trying to box. Jab to the head, jab to the body. Uh-oh. Jab to the body, jab to the head. Jab to the body, jab to the head. Oh, we got a boy trying to box, boys. Here we go. Now, the question is, how long is this going to last before he starts swinging power shots? And only power shots. How long? That's what we're about to find out. But so far, so good. Nice combination. Jab, lead hook, cross. Oh, my God. Oh, we got ourselves a fight, boys. All right, so now the goal is going to be, yeah, because in this game, there's really no way to break this thing that happens where pretty much when you have two players like this that are really trying to box, it really becomes a game of who can hit who first, right? The fakes in this game don't really work properly. There's really no footsies whatsoever in this game. There are angles, which a lot of people try to like, you know, cut angles and hit you with angles and all this stuff. But in terms of like breaking the monotony, right? Like you notice what's happening right here. It's like a race. Every time we come together, there we go. Landed our counter. Yeah, every time we end up together, it becomes a race of who can hit who the quickest. And that's what this is going to pretty much be. It's going to be, you know, I'm going to try to make sure that I'm at the right angle so that when he starts letting those combinations go, he's not hitting me while I'm missing. One more thing that you guys are complaining about now, which has been something that I was calling out way in early access. And it's funny to me, man. Like everything I was complaining about early on, it's like everyone has finally gotten to a point where now it's a problem for them. Like people are now complaining about punches missing. Punches that shouldn't land whiffing. And it's like, bro, like we've been complaining about that for like 2 years. It's like, oh, what, my punches are not landing. Yeah, I know that's a big problem with Undisputed. It's been there for a very long time, man. And again, I'm going to make it very clear what the problem is because I like to be very specific. The problem is head movement. Punches track head movement too good, too well. As in, when you move your head to actually try to make the punch whiff, the fighter, your opponent, becomes a tracking machine. But then, occasionally, when he's standing directly in front of you and you're not moving your head at all, he just misses for no reason. Like, when I made this point, you know, I had people like, you're not a, you know, you don't know anything about boxing. I'm like, just use your common sense, bro. Which is more likely, you missing when I move my head, or you missing when I'm literally standing right there? Right? And that's what's happening right now. Players are like, bro, I line up a counter perfectly. I line up a counter perfectly, and it just whiffs. Or I'm like directly in front of him. I try to throw a jab, and it like, the trajectory of the jab goes high over the fighter's head and just whiffs for no reason. Right? They got to fix that. But my suggestion was, because what they did initially during early access was they turned up the tracking. They made it easier for you to hit people, you know, without doing anything to head movement. And so then tracking became overpowered. It's like every change you make has to come with other changes as well. Because if you don't, you break something on the other side. If you're going to fix this tracking and make punches land easier, do not release that change unless you also add more evasive properties to head movement. You got to do these changes hand in hand. It's kind of like what they did right here, right? They made the block stronger, which I was vehemently against that. I'm always against making the block stronger in these video games. But you know, you got YouTubers and people who are like always complaining about buff the block, buff the block, buff the block. And I always say you gotta be careful buffing the block, because if you're gonna do that, make sure that it's accompanied with other changes as well, or else you're gonna find yourself in a situation where now you've got an overpowered block. And now I go on the Reddit page, people are complaining the block is now overpowered. I'm like, duh, it was gonna happen. It was gonna happen. So what's the solution? Don't buff the block unless you do something about the power of regular punches. But see, what they did was they didn't do anything about the power of regular punches. They made it so regular punches, regular combinations. This guy he's kidding me a little bit. This is actually the best guy I've fought in this game so far, to be honest with you guys. But like, I'm having a pretty easy time dealing with him just because I fought the legendary AI so many fucking times. I have all my tactics down. Oh shit. I have all my tactics down for how to beat like pretty much every style at this point. So like, I understand what this guy is doing right now, and I'm like, he's not gonna win. But I can say this is the best guy that I've actually fought in this game so far. His boxing is actually good, and he's actually trying to box, which kudos to this dude. He's actually trying to box. I'm just beating him to the punch, and I'm finding my favorite combinations are landing very well, and he's getting frustrated, and I'm not. I can tell he's getting frustrated right now. And what helps me not get frustrated right now? There we go. Oh, I can't talk at the moment. I can't talk at the moment. Let me turn this down. Yeah, so they buffed the block, okay? Which, okay, people were asking for the, people were saying, you know, the block, punches are bleeding through the block. I thought it was okay. I thought the problem was stamina. Okay, so they buffed the block. They reduce the stamina, the short-term stamina, or they increase the amount of short-term stamina every single punch takes, which is not what people asked for. You know what I mean? So now it's harder to get through the block. When you throw combinations to try to get through the block, you gas yourself out. And so it's like, you shouldn't have buffed the block if you're going to do that to the punches. You got to think about the changes I'm making. How is this going to actually play out when players are playing? Because now what this actually is going to do, this is my prediction, and you guys are going to end up finding out that it's correct, is that the body is now going to become significantly more attractive than it was before. A lot of players you're going to run into, especially the good ones, like good players will go to your body way more because they're not going to sit there trying to get through your fucking stone wall block and gas themselves out trying to do that. So it's like, it's very important if you're going to make a change to accompany the change with other changes. And if you can't, leave it alone for now. Leave it alone for now. Not just that. One thing I'm suspecting, because you guys see how, like, I'm not having any stamina problems whatsoever. Like, a lot of players are complaining about, like, they're gassing out in 3 rounds. They're gassing out in 4 rounds. They can't have fun with the game anymore because when they throw combinations, they gas out. And I'm not having that problem. But again, the fact that I'm not having that problem doesn't mean that problem does not exist. Okay? I'm not having that problem because my style has always been a pot shot style anyways. I've never really been a combination kind of guy. I'm more like a move, pot shot, move, pot shot. So, like, no matter what you do to the stamina, I'm not gonna find myself like gasping for air because I don't throw combos too much anyways. Which is why I suspect that a lot of people that are testing this game are really trying to play the game the way Steel City wants the game to be played. They're trying to box super technical. And if you do that, you're gonna conclude that there are no issues with this game. Is what I'm trying to say. You know what I mean? If there are 2 players just like me playing this game, you might end up concluding there's really not too many issues with the game. You know, the stamina that we changed, it's appropriate. Players are not gassing out. But you got to try to play the game sometimes like your players would. This guy is starting to switch things up a little bit. It's also because, like, you guys will notice I like to stay on the back foot a little bit and stay on the outside when I box. I'm not really the type that wants to, like, glue myself to you the whole entire time and, like, run you down with combos in this game. But if you're that kind of player, yeah, I see how you're gassing out. I see how you're whiffing all over the place. I see it. And you gotta... What are you doing? If he starts pressuring me, I go southpaw. Because I handled pressure a lot better in southpaw. Uh-oh. Okay. I want to hit him with that power cross. Uh-oh. Watch it, bro. That's it. There we go. That was a clean combo. Hit him with the jab, lead hook, and then the power cross. Jab, lead hook, power cross. Sit him down. Very, very nice when you, like, insert power at, like, odd times when they're not expecting it, and it's actually pretty quick. So as you can see right there, I'm working with about 80% stamina right now. And, like, this is definitely lower than where my stamina usually is at this point. So I can see how a lot of people are fucking gassing out. Like, this is round number 6. And I really am trying to conserve my stamina. I'm trying not to get hit too much to the body. I'm trying to keep my punch count in a 8-round fight to about 400, something like that, right? At this moment, I think I can outland my opponent with about 400 punches in 8 rounds, something along those lines. And if I can keep it along those lines and prevent them from hitting my body too much, I can have enough stamina left to kind of deal with whatever it is they're going to try to do. He's throwing power in a little bit more now, but this guy is actually good. I have a lot of respect for this player. He's actually good at this game. And If he's losing, it's because he's trying to actually box. Meanwhile, his opponent is swinging power at his head. That's what I'm thinking. This has actually been very, very fun to fight this dude. I do not run into players like this often. I feel like I'm actually facing someone with a brain for once. He's throwing in some power shots here and there, which is how you're supposed to use the power shots anyways. Trying to double up the jab. All right. Let it go. Let it go. Yeah, so pretty much the biggest complaints right now is they overdid it with the stamina because players were mostly complaining about the power hooks. They were saying the problem, look at that. Look at that. That's beautiful. How many rounds have won? I don't know what Steel City has to do for them to be able to pinpoint the exact complaints that players are making. Because, like, listen, there's so much noise. I might drop this dude again. That right hand is landing clean. I might drop him again. Yep. Yeah. This is one good byproduct of this change. I'm finding more knockdowns. I actually am. So, there's a lot of noise. And you need to find a way to sift through that noise. What the hell just happened? What? I don't even know what in the hell. What? Yo, what in the hell? Undisputed. Can you not suck for like a moment? Like for a whole fight? Jeez. I don't even know what in God's name just happened right there, bro. I literally did not throw anything and he got rocked. Was it like the last punch I threw before he dropped that ended up coming out as what the fuck? Dude, I have no idea what that was. And then he drops me with like a random, I drop him again. Yeah, the knockdowns are definitely more frequent for sure. Which I'm personally happy about because I'm getting more rewards for my good work right now. But again, like I was saying, there's just too much noise. Players are complaining about a lot of different things. And so when you hear Deontay Wilder is broken, the power hooks are broken, you got to ask yourself, okay, let's try to fix that. But what specifically are people complaining about? The power hooks are overpowered because stamina is too abundant and they don't gas out when they whiff. Do you see what I was specific? You gotta be specific with the issue to figure out how to specifically fix this specific issue. It's not just power hooks are broken, fix it. No, they're not broken in every aspect. Like if, there we go. Like if you're letting me just hit you with power shots, no, I shouldn't gas out before you do. Oh, Jesus. Like if you're just eating power shots flush, I shouldn't gas out before you do. You should gas out before I do because I'm hitting you with power shots and you should probably get knocked out. But if I'm making you whiff and I'm moving my head or you're a mile away throwing your power shots, you're not going to beat me, bro. It's over. I know right now you're desperate to try to win this, but it's just not going to happen. And you're like, you're whiffing power shots from a mile away. and at the end of the fight, you still have 98% of your stamina, that's the problem. So when you fix it, the fix is, okay, let's make sure that when power shots specifically are whiffed or made to miss through head movement, we tax it more. The stamina tax on that is more. Instead, they put a blanket tax on every single punch. So now, players who want to throw combinations can't throw combinations. They're gassing out. Oh, geez. Oh, he might drop me. We good. See what I'm saying? So, that was actually a very good fight. That was a good fight. I know I spent most of the fight kind of talking about the new change that they made, but that was actually a really good fight. This guy, he was good. Psychedelic Kid. He won the last round and the first round. Yeah, that's what this is right there. Look at that punch count right there. 392, baby. That's what I'm talking about. This is exactly the sort of punch count that I'm thinking of. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, this is what I'm talking about right here. That was good. That was very good. Stamina, 89% of my 91. He actually ended up right there, 89% to his 82%. And at the end, he actually ended up with less stamina than I actually did. Look at that, 74%, 86. What the hell happened right here? 100% stamina. Back to 73%. What is going on? Undisputed, bro. 57%. But yeah, man, that's going to do it. If you guys enjoyed this video, leave a like on it. We'll talk about these changes a little bit more. But yeah, that's it. If you enjoyed the video, leave a like on it. See you boys later. Peace out. Have a good one.